Batman Superman issue 3 sees Batman knowing his actions of preparing for the worst case scenarios has led them right to where he is now, as he is alerted to the Batman Who Laughs, along with the undercover infected Superman digging their way out of the prison. Batman knows that Clark's Kryptonian physiology should hold back the Joker's toxin long enough for him to reveal the villain's plans. The villain stops Superman, however, saying that the Hall of Justice Armory is here and he wants to pick up a few toys before they move on. Superman says that they should go above and kill all of the heroes, and Batman thinks that he's playing the role of an infected hero a little too well. The Batman Who Laughs says that it's too soon since the heroes have a much larger role in their plan. Superman wants to know what the plan is, and the villain says that he will reveal it step by step. The villain says that he will be killing everything in the multiverse, and he wonders what Superman's mother thought when she died on Krypton, and if she wished she had been in the rocket instead of him. He says Superman's dead parents won't be able to help him, like how he won't be able to help save John and Lois. Superman breaks his cover, attacking the Batman Who Laughs as Batman arrives, hitting Clark with a kryptonite serum while restraining him and the Batman Who Laughs with the base's defenses. Batman tells Superman to cut the axe since the villain knows he is just faking it. The Batman Who Laughs says that he knew since Shazam failed the moment he busted in, and he never actually left this cell. Batman reveals that they didn't indeed leave the cell and this was all just a simulation, but the villain says that he knew thanks to having something similar on his world, and you can smell the difference in the hard light holograms. Superman is upset Batman didn't trust him, breaking the restraints, but the Batman Who Laughs says that sending Superman to do Batman's dirty work was inspired, but it's going to take a lot more than that to learn who is infected. Batman helps Superman get out of the cell, taking him to a sun lamp room where he seals the Man of Steel in, telling him that they will remove the serum from his systems in a few hours, while Batman goes to walk into the villain's trap. In Gotham, Batman tracks down Gordon, boarding his armored car and confronting him about the trap he sent him and Superman into. Batman wants to help him and Jim can trust him, but the detective swerves into traffic, saying all Batman has done is hurt him and Gotham, as he reveals that he too is also infected. The infected Jim wants to know how many cops have died because of Batman and how many Robins have died before Batman will give up. Batman smashes into the cab as the car crashes. Jim says that he will show Batman the truth of what they really are on the inside, activating his watch. Soon Jim's Batman armor arrives, opening fire on Batman, who tells him to fight the infection. Jim doesn't want that since his life is much easier now, and with it he's going to pay a visit to Barbara. Donning his mask, Jim leaves Batman to deal with the rookie armor, but Superman arrives, protecting Bruce from the Batarangs. Bruce asks why Clark left the Hall of Justice, and he says that he knew this was about Gordon, thanks to what the Batman Who Laughs said about shining their names in the sky. As Superman deals with the robot suit, Batman fights the masked Jim, who says that he was right under the detective's nose for weeks, and he never knew a thing. Superman is almost freed of the serum, but he has to let it out, so he uses his super breath to obliterate the rookie armor, getting rid of the rest of the serum as well, as Batman disarms and stops Jim. Superman says that they need to run tests on Jim and the armor, and tells Batman that they will find a cure for all infected. Batman says that the villain planned this and wanted them to find Gordon. He tells Superman that they need to find a place to securely study the armor and Gordon. Superman suggests the Batcave, but Batman says that they need to stop thinking like himself, wondering what would Superman do. The heroes head to the Fortress of Solitude, where Kelex takes the armor to the armory. Superman says that they need to tell the League, but Batman says that it's too risky. But when he realizes that the secret could be part of the Batman Who Laughs plan, Batman agrees to tell them, but they need to do it in a secure, confined location. Jim says it's too late as the Bat armor explodes, its nanites infecting Kelex as Superman says that it was a Trojan horse. The armor begins to reform, saying it never wanted to be a hero, but the Batman Who Laughs finally listened to them. The armor reforms into Blue Beetle, who says that he's something better than a hero now. Jaime says that the fortress is now under his control, and the League always underestimated him and never treated him like the real Blue Beetle, but that will change now. Jaime frees all of Superman's alien zoo animals as he hacks the Batcave as well, proclaiming the training wheels are off. He captures the hero heroes, as the Batman Who Laughs knows the heroes will soon know the truth as the sky goes black and the symbol of doom shines in the sky. The villain says that this puts him on a collision course with Lex Luthor, but of course, the Batman always wins. Batman Superman issue 3 continued the awesome action as Superman's undercover mission comes to kind of an abrupt end, a little bit shorter than I thought it was going to, as Batman learns of Jim's infection. I'm really liking the pacing of the story. Despite the Superman undercover thing kind of ending a lot quicker than I thought, the story's just kind of powering along at a really great pace, and it's not messing around when it comes to bringing in the infected, since we got the Blue Beetle who is infected in this as well. Bruce is in a dialogue about planning for everything and having to essentially fight a better version of himself is pretty great, and I like how he's also having to deal with Superman in this issue, who's kind of still under the influence of the serum, but then by the end of it gets out of it. Also, Joshua Williamson used the Jim Gordon Batsuit in a great little twist here, and I'm really glad that he brought it back in some form, because I really liked that costume, and it's from a really small part of the New 52 that was actually really great. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.